Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Bernard Alvarez Webcast. Thank you for joining us today. Today, I'm very grateful and honored to have a dear friend of mine, shamanic healer and teacher, Azurae Windwalker, is going to be sharing a technique with us. And as many of you might know, I've done work with Azurae. I've been to several of her classes, and she's a very dear friend of mine, and I adore the work that she's doing. She's one of the, what I would call legitimate shamanic healers, and does it with all good intentions and with integrity. And she receives lots of powerful messages and powerful healing to help us in our own spiritual evolvement. And she is going to be teaching us today. Azurae, what is the name of the technique that we're doing?
Well, we're going to start out with, and thank you, and back at you, honey. We're going to start out with a little earth sky breath work to power up. And then we're going to make a very special golden egg shield that is alchemical. And what it does, it changes negative energy into love and the violet flame for ascension.
Wonderful. Beautiful. So without further ado, let me turn you all over to Azurae. Azurae, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about what we're going to be doing today and what we can utilize it for.
Okay, great. The earth sky breath work, and I don't know if I can get this up there and show it. Can you see this, Bernard?
Yeah, we see it.
Kind of, sort of. Okay, so in the center of the earth, the spirit of Mother Earth lives there. And that's where we gain at least half of the energy in our body. The other half we gain from the sun. And when you're hooked up to both directions, to the sun and to the spirit of Mother Earth, when we experience geomagnetic storms or all of the ups and downs of earth changes and ascension, you're rooted and you're less likely to be tossed about. And I've taught it over many, many, many years. And it's greatly benefited a lot of people. Some people kind of call it miraculous. I first learned about it from a Cherokee medicine woman who's also a Buddhist master, whose name is Dhyana Yahu. And the technique is supposed to be 20-some thousand years old. It came from the Pleiades. And you can find similar things throughout other cultures because the Pleiadians shared information all over the place. So what I want everybody to do is just kind of close their eyes and uncross their legs and just imagine that you're boring down through the earth from your root chakra, and it's just spiraling down through the topsoil and through the clay and through the underground streams and through the crystal beds and the caves and through the underground rivers, through all the different layers of rocks, the metamorphic and the sandstone and the granite, finally into the heart of Mother Earth. And you can imagine the heart of Mother Earth like an energy being, like a crystal, like a serpent of light, like an inner sun. And on the in-breath, you want to bring the energy up, spiral the energy up from the earth and up your back, and you're breathing through your nose. So let's all do that. And bring that energy up. Okay, on the out breath, we're bringing the energy in from the sun and down the front of your body, and you breathe out through your mouth. So in from the earth and down from the sun. Okay, in from the earth and down from the sun. In from the earth, down from the sun. Okay, up and then down. Up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you wait 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And okay, up from the earth and down from the sky. And up from the earth and down from the sky. And up from the earth and down from the sky. And up from the earth and down from the sky. Up your back and down from the sun. Up your back and down the sun. Up from the earth and down from the sun. Up from the earth and down from the sun. Up from the earth and down from the sun. And up from the earth and down from the sun. And up from the earth and down from the sun. Okay, how's that feel, Bernard? Did you do it?
I sure did. I feel wonderful. Thank you, Azurae.
Yeah, so what you'll find after you do this, and this is called a power up, and there's a number of different power ups I teach. This is called a power up. And so anytime I do healing work, anytime I lead shamanic journeys, all of my students and apprentices, when they're doing shamanic journeys, they continue with this sun breathing because it gives you the energy to get to where you're going. And it's tried and true. Whenever there's an ancient technique like this, you're locking into the millions and millions of people who've been doing it over thousands of years. So it's stronger than something that's new. And so the benefits are, it helps you look young. It powers you up. It brings you into balance. It helps you avoid all the symptoms people have been experiencing of the shift. It lowers blood pressure, and you can use the extra energy for creation, for shamanic journey, for whatever that you want to put energy into. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay, good. Yeah. So when we do this, like when I do a workshop up in DC at the Pathways Conference, I'll have like 200 people in a class. And it's phenomenal when you get a lot of people together doing it. And then I ask people to look around and look at each other, and everybody is shocked because you can see the energy around the people's body and they actually look younger. And that's because all the light around their body's kind of doing like a Photoshop with energy. So you can't see people's wrinkles, which is weird, but it's good. So we wanted to do that first before we lead into the next technique. And so part of my philosophy and why I've been successful, and why when I share this with students and they use it, they're very successful, is that many people approach healing work and shamanic journey and even artistry just from where they are. And the fact of the matter is, it takes a lot of energy to do these kind of things. And so you're always more successful if you power up first. So there's kind of like a formula. You make a sacred space, you clear the energy, you power up, you make your medicine, and then you give thanks, and then you power up again so you don't, so you aren't drained. And that's, there's lots of people out there doing healing work, and most of them don't follow those steps. And if you follow those steps, you'll stay healthy yourself. So it's just a good idea. The next technique is one that I downloaded and downloaded it over many, many years. The golden egg shielding technique. And the information came from a lot of different places. The most recent part of it is only about a year old. So this has been a technique that's kind of grown over the last 25 years. And so I'll show you a picture of it. Tell me if you can see it. Can you see that?
Yeah, just fine. Thank you.
Okay. So first of all, we're going to visualize an egg shape around our body. And on the outside of the egg is a golden coppery shield infused with the light of the sun. So it all sparkles and shines. And then the next layer is cobalt blue. And what cobalt blue does, it alkalines acid energy and turns it into alkaline, which our bodies are healthy with alkaline. Germs and cancer can't grow in an alkaline environment. The next step is a screen of passion pink, and it turns any energy that comes into love. The last one that just came about a year ago when I was working on someone who had a very, very toxic sister who was kind of doing a psychic vampire kind of thing and draining her energy, is a Spider-Man suit right next to your skin that is purple, made out of the violet flame. And at the time when I was working on the person, I had someone kind of like that in my life, and every time I'd be around the person, I would get drained. It would take me a day or so to get over it. And while I was working on her, cause the angels and the White Light Brotherhood, like, just, okay, now do this. And I said, okay. And I led her through it. I said, well, I want some of that too. So I did it. And when I started wearing the violet flame on the inside of my shield, I could be around the person and with almost no problems. I didn't get drained. I didn't get tired afterwards. So what happens is the energy will come in and alchemically get changed, and then it will pick up the love and the violet flame, and it'll bounce back out to the sender as love and the violet flame. Well, the violet flame, according to a lot of seers, is the mechanism of ascension. Yes, it is, the crow said, hey. So it'll bounce back out to the environment as the violet flame and as love. And so when you're wearing it, you will alchemically change the environment around you, which is awesome. And people will be magnetically drawn to you because it'll feel so good to them while they're in your space. So does that sound like a good thing to do?
That sounds like a great thing to do. I get a lot of requests from people of that type of shield, so this is perfect for us to do.
Yes.
And so, Azurae, I just want to point out that we've only got about 12 minutes left. Are we going to have enough time, I hope?
Yep. Okay, so we're going to start right now. Okay, so I want everybody to close their eyes and be in that powered up space that they were before. Okay, and then just imagine around your body a sparkly golden shield, egg-shaped, infused by the light of the sun. And I'm going to see that and know that for everybody out there. All sparkly and shiny. And what this does, it deflects any electromagnetic frequencies that manipulate you or drain your energy. Okay, the layer on the inside of that is cobalt blue, a beautiful cobalt blue to alkaline your body. Okay, good. Okay, on the layer on the inside of that is a beautiful, beautiful passion pink screen, just like a door screen. And when the energy comes through, it turns into love. Okay, you got that? Yeah, okay, good. And then finally, right next to your skin, a suit of purple violet flame that transmutes energy and helps bring about ascension. So just imagine as the energy's coming in, it goes through the cobalt blue, picks up the loving pink, then the violet flame, and bounces back out to all around you. So if you know how to do muscle testing, you can ask like this and say, okay, do I have my shield on? And it says yes. So if you think about where you need it to, when I do this and talk to audiences, you know, the number one place that everybody says they need it? Walmart. But just, I invite people to write down where you need something like this and then kind of anchor it into your body. You know, when I go into this place, shields to the max. And it really will change your life. I have one friend who has a special needs son. He's so energetically sensitive. He wasn't able to go anywhere for 10 years. You started doing this for him, and then he learned how to do it himself. And now he's going to the mall and went to the special needs prom. And she just said, oh, it's a miracle. Well, yeah, kind of, sort of, but not really. It's applied science, and that's what it is. So
right. Metaphysical
if
technology.
you are, yeah. And so I've got this on my website, which is www.theamethystcenter.com, in the newsletter, and you can look for it in the newsletters, and it tells you how to do it and has the picture, has the illustration.
Great.
Yeah.
So Azurae, to review a little bit, what we covered today was we did the sun and earth breathing technique. We kind of anchored into the earth, brought up the energy, connected to the sun, and had it come down the front, up the back, and then did the golden egg outside of us with the cobalt blue just inside the golden egg, with the pink screen, and then the purple flame suit surrounding our body, and that reflects back out to the rest of the world. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to remember. Wonderful.
Well, you can go to my website, or I'll send it to you in a message. And
yes, absolutely.
And
Azurae, what's up next? What kind of do you have any workshops or anything coming up? You're at, by the way, for everyone who's seeing Azurae, she is at the Amethyst Center. Look how beautiful it is behind her. Is there anything
the
Amethyst going on at the Amethyst?
right behind me. I'm sitting in an angel, an actual angel. So I'll be at the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo this coming weekend, June 7th and 8th. Be doing a little healing work and selling my Life Force amulets. And June 21st and 20 through the 23rd, I'll be at Great Serpent Mounds doing a lecture. July the 6th, drum making here. And July the 14th, doing another Practical Shamanism #2 at the West Salem Healing Center.
Oh, cool. I like that place.
Yeah. And yeah, and if you're available, I'd love for you to come and film it.
Yeah. We'll have to check my schedule, but that sounds like fun.
Yeah, check. And I want everybody to know that Bernard is one of my angels. After I had my car wreck and was like really messed up from all of the anesthesia and such, Bernard put together a GoFundMe for me. My brain wasn't working, and so he kind of saved me, you know, till I could get my brains back in gear and start working again. So I can never thank you enough for it.
You're very welcome, and I'm so glad I was able to help you with that. And with that being said, how are you feeling? How's your hip doing?
I'm walking some on my own, or with a cane. I'm not experiencing near as much pain as I had, thanks to a whole lot of healers who've come over here on me, and also CDB oil. Man, CDB is the thing.
Yeah.
And so, when my brain's back in, that's the most important thing. And my shamanizing is even stronger than it was before.
It seems like it. Yeah, you seem to have not only bounced back, but isn't that funny how we go through these traumatic body experiences and we bounce back brighter, it seems. I don't know. I went through that with when my appendix burst a few years ago, and now I feel better than I've ever felt. So I wish the
you're
same
looking
for you.
good. You're looking real good. And I found, and Facebook is a weird thing. I found a pillow that I'm sitting on. It's called an egg pillow. You can sit on an egg and the egg won't break. And so I can sit down and the errant pin doesn't smash me in the butt like it did before.
Oh, good.
So that helped. And just other weird little things. Vibes Up. I've got a Vibes Up mat, and I put that on my hip at night, and it's like getting a Reiki treatment. And I've fallen into some really wonderful products that make a lot of difference. And I think I need to do a podcast or something myself just to turn people on to some of the things that have sort of saved my life.
Yeah, your healing journey, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Wonderful. Okay, so we're almost out of time. Azurae, can you go ahead and repeat your website and your Facebook page for everybody again, please?
Okay. I have two Facebook pages. One is just Azurae Windwalker, and if you ask to be my friend, then just mention Bernard Show. Just put Bernard Show in a message, because I don't accept all friends, and then I'll know that you want.
You're not a widow working for Exxon that wants a wife.
Yeah. And from my Facebook page, people will be able to find out when I've got the online classes up. I want to record this one in July, and then I'll get the online classes going. My other Facebook page is the Shamanic Healing Art of Azurae Windwalker, and that's for the Life Force amulets and my other artwork. I have an Etsy page, which is Azurae Healing Art, www.shop/Azurae Azurae Healing Art. And so I'm all over the place.
And the Amethyst Center has its own website, right?
Yeah, the Amethyst Center is the main web page where everything, it's the hub. And I have classes. I've got my classes listed on there. I have things I've written in the newsletters, and it just explains, all the kinds of things I do. The soul retrievals and clearing trauma, core trauma for people. And, there's a lot of, I'm kind of a Renaissance person. So I have a lot of things going on. And the ceremony.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are out of time, Azurae. It was so nice spending some time with you. I missed seeing you. I haven't seen you in a few weeks now. And we'll see everybody next week. Make sure to check out more from Azurae. And
you can find a ride to the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo.
Right? That would be nice. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful week. I love you. We'll see you next week. We'll be having another consciousness class. We're going to be delving deeper into the art of writing a spell. So I think you'll appreciate that. Have a wonderful week. I love you. I love you, Azurae. Thank you.
Thank you.